all so concerned with people's opinions and ways that we're supposed to be, and I really like sort of inhabiting her as like she didn't.
I This is great to chat with you both. Thank you. I'm excited today to be speaking with Lauren Holly and Brennan Clost, the team within and behind the scenes of Loathe Thy Neighbor. Thank you so much. This is such a joy to speak with you both.
Oh, thanks for being here with
Yeah,
us.
thank you for taking the time.
Honestly, the film is so funny. I love a good dark comedy, and this is just so much fun. Um, Now you're both producers on the film.
Mhm.
Why did you both say this is a film that we have to bring to life?
Well, it was kind of reverse engineered.
Yeah.
The truth is, I had gone through a personal family tragedy and was grieving and in the States. And Brennan called me up and said, "You have to work. Like, that's going to pull you out of this funk." But that was sort of impossible because the Hollywood strikes were going on. So we decided, okay, we're just going to make our own little thing. And we got a location that was suddenly available, was the first,
Piece of the
yeah,
puzzle.
the first piece of the
Yeah.
puzzle was a location. So we're already going backwards from
Like
actually,
that's usually the last thing you
yes.
would find,
Yeah.
right? Like,
And then we had six friends that were all actors who were all available because their shows were shut down during this strike. And we got Christian to write a script for us that would fit all of us at this location. And from the day of the idea to the day we finished shooting was only 7 weeks. And it was a passionate sort of, we just wanted to do. It was like film graduate school in a way. And then it didn't end there because when filming, we realized, oh, okay, we have all this footage. We got these beautiful lenses from Panavision. They weren't being used. They were kind enough. But now there's something called post production that we actually have to finish this movie, which was a whole other mountain. And so we just threw ourselves into, beg, borrowing, stealing, getting it all done, finding music, which was another thing because we had no money to pay for music. So scrubbing every indie band that we could listen to. I'm so proud of the soundtrack. I think the music
it's
is
really
really
cool.
good. I
Yeah.
really hope these artists get attention. And we did it, man. Like, we did it. We have
Yeah.
a movie and it's going to be in theaters this weekend and we can't even,
It's like hard to wrap our heads around.
yeah.
It was sort of just this like idea, location, da da da. And once we jumped on the train, like the train just kept moving and we had to just keep moving fast to make it happen. It felt like if we stopped and overthought,
It would
got in our
crash.
head, they would crash. Like we had to just keep it moving, bring friends along, find solutions, figure it out
We
on the
had one
way.
light,
Yeah.
six people helping that all came in a van that would
Yeah.
help us as a crew.
We all
We
lived on the property, filmed on the property. It was like film camp, film
Our
graduate school.
biggest expenditure was catering because we had to feed everybody breakfast, lunch, and dinner for 3 weeks.
Yeah.
That's that's nuts. That's like
It's
going to
not,
camp. That's
yeah,
Truly.
like
Yeah.
truly. And you know, at first we were hesitating telling people like how fast this was and what we did because we thought, oh, it'll diminish it as a movie, but it looks great. People, the screenings that we have, they love it, and we're just telling the truth. Like, we
Yeah.
just got it done. And to be honest, in the way the world is now, I'm really happy that I did this in Canada because elbows up, man. Let's make Canadian independent cinema. Forget them. We don't need them. So please, I just want Canadians to come out and support our movie.
Yeah, this weekend we're opening against like big American franchise movies.
Hmm.
And I just hope people will come out and support our Canadian movie and support Canadian cinema. And,
Yeah.
you
And
know,
our project that we feel like, wow, we went to film graduate school, basically,
yeah,
and we could handle just about anything at this point.
yeah,
And we want to make movies that, you know, I'm not interested in making this next superhero franchise or the remake of whatever or the sequel to whatever. I want to make the movies that I used to go see. And in the 90s, when I would check the paper every weekend, what was coming out, and I would go to see two or three all the time.
hmm
And that's what I want. And I hope this movie has that kind of little feeling.
yeah. It's an original idea with a lot of heart, great performances. All of our friends are fucking
Yeah,
amazing in
they're
the
really
movie. They're
good.
so good.
Yeah.
And
And
yeah.
you'll have a few laughs, and it seems that it's emotionally impacting some people as well. And so, yeah, we're really proud of it that we got
Mhm.
this done.
Well, that's interesting that you say that because there's more than the humor in a film like this. There's some genuine character drama. Brennan, your character, well, both your characters are certainly on journeys throughout,
Hmm.
as you're, trying to rub up against one another, but your characters do have some meat to it,
Hmm.
as well. Lauren, I was wondering from your perspective, what do you admire most with Wanda? How do you connect with her?
I just really liked that she gives zero fucks. With, excuse my French, like, that's something like we're all so concerned with people's opinions and ways that we're supposed to be. And I really like sort of inhabiting her as like she didn't care. She did what she did, and she doesn't have to go through the social norms of even being polite if she just wasn't in the mood. Like it was just kind of like, I am who I am, deal with it and leave me alone. So I kind of appreciated the comfort that that gives in a way.
Yeah, yeah. Brennan, what about you? Are you someone who considers themselves needing a 5-year plan?
Yes, very much so. I'm a huge planner. And I think the biggest thing with Will, that I've taken from it, as an actor, you always sort of carry something from each performance and each role with you afterwards. And Will's arc through the story is really that growing up from like boy to man. And I feel that that is really true for me through this process, through producing this movie. I think I've grown up a lot in the process. I've learned a lot. I feel like a new version of myself now promoting this film than I was when we started it. And I'm
Mhm.
just grateful to carry that with me through the journey of playing Will and the journey of this film. It's just, yeah, it's been immeasurable. The lessons I've learned, the things about the industry, yeah.
It's hard. It's hard these days to get a movie made. Like this is not, and I was naive when I started because I thought, oh, this is easy. I've been around a long time and people will buy it and want to see it and all that. It's hard. It's a brutal business, and I just can't tell you how proud we are that we went through it, and anybody can.
Yeah, like hopefully this is
Y-
inspiring and sets an
Yeah.
example that like we didn't know what we were doing,
Yeah.
right? We just figured it out and made solutions and yeah, and look at what we've turned this movie into and hope other Canadians you can do it too. You have an idea, figure it out, let's do
Hmm.
it.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I love that. That's so special. It's something I want to ask you both about this too, because there's a moment in the film. Forgive me, I'm going to take a small moment. I'm going to blow it up.
Okay.
Hmm.
Um, Brennan, there's a moment where Will is practicing jujitsu, and I'm going to use it in quotes because it's really just one moment.
Yeah.
And there's a conversation that happens, and he says, "Oh, I see, I've got you like this, and that's a gift. Well, it doesn't feel like a gift."
Hmm.
And I wondered for you both. This to me feels like a significant conversation that goes bigger because the follow-up comment is, "It will when you have the patience to surrender."
Hmm.
And it made me wonder about struggling. In struggling in general, do you think that struggling can be a gift?
Absolutely.
Oh yeah. And you know what they say too, that like you learn way more when things don't go right than you do if things just go perfectly,
Hmm.
right? Like the path through adversary and conflict, you end up learning so much more and ending up probably way further ahead in life than you would have had things just been easy,
Hmm.
for sure.
And even with this film, I guess that was probably the case too, because you were really, like you said,
Yeah, well, like
putting it
like you
Oh,
together on
said,
the
we were
fly.
naive. We thought it'd be easy. We're like,
yeah, yeah.
perfect, slap our names on it, sold,
And there
done.
were just
But
crazy things that were coming that, producing is really problem solving.
yeah.
And we had a lot of problems to solve. Like it was pretty much many, many every day for the last 2 years because it didn't stop like after. And we just learned a lot.
Well, I feel like I have to ask you both about neighbors. Um, and if you've ever had a challenging experience with a neighbor or a roommate and how you dealt with it, if you did.
Well, I had an unbelievably ridiculous, challenging experience, which was my neighbor was also my landlord, and he delighted in making my life a living hell in any way that he could. And when I finally was able to break the lease and leave, I was then sued for $10 million for pain and suffering because he apparently went into a depression when I moved out. So if you can imagine that, it is the most ridiculous thing. And it actually happened in Canada. And I'm like, oh my gosh, because it's so not Canadian.
Yeah. Wild.
I,
Yeah,
I'm
you can't go
speechless.
Like, how do you
I'm genuinely
respond? I know.
speechless.
it's like literally unbelievable that I
Yeah.
was like fighting this guy about
Wow.
that.
And I haven't had any like nightmare neighbors per se, but nightmare roommates. I had roommates who stole my underwear. I had roommates who took my grandparents' like mugs that they had given me to take to university. I'm very sentimental. Took them in their room, were making their own concoctions, left them, got moldy, cockroaches in the apartment. Like I've had nightmare roommates more than I can count. So yeah, now I live alone.
Maybe that's the solution.
I think
Yeah.
so. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
what it is. Just get as far away as you can.
Yeah.
Exactly. Protect your peace. Yeah.
It really is fun to watch the two of you play off each other in a film like this. And I'm hearing it sounds like you two knew each other beforehand, before this got going.
We did a show called Tiny Pretty Things together on Netflix.
Hmm.
And that's when we became friends. We didn't have any scenes together. And when Tiny Pretty ended, COVID hit.
Like months later.
So we ended up sort of having a COVID bubble together and became very, very close and traveled together and did all of that. So then when this came up, this is what we wanted to do
Yeah.
together.
So what do you see in one another? I mean, this is a wonderful film where you two are absolutely trying to tear each other to shreds, but obviously that's not the case in real life. What do you see each other as actors and as people that is of value?
Brennan's a really hard worker. He puts 100% into everything. He has a good like moral center and he cares about being good at whatever he's doing. And I very much respect that. I respect it trying to really be at the top of whatever you're doing. And I mean that from making like a pasta dinner to acting to whatever, like he wants it to be good. I like that.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
It really means a lot hearing that Lauren, admires how hardworking I am because I feel like I've leveled up through my friendship with her. Lauren like is just so generous to me as someone younger in the industry and she has like
Only just a little bit younger, just tiny.
but she has an epic career, right? And like so much experience in ways that I hope to one day. And she's just so generous to me with sharing stories, sharing knowledge, advice.
Yeah, I never stopped talking, basically.
And I'm so grateful for it. And, like calling me out when she's like, hey, if you really want this audition, like, why are you just throwing it together? Get up there. I lived with her for like a month, helped her move house and
Yeah.
pack. And in that time, she was helping me with tapes and vice versa. And she was like, you better lock in, like, do the work on these auditions if you want to book. And, I appreciate so much having a close friend in the industry who can, shake you a little bit. And I respect her as an actor. She's had a crazy versatile career. She's good in everything she does, right? Like,
Okay.
it's true. It's true.
Pretty
Yeah. And
embarrassing.
I'm so grateful we became friends because I, hadn't seen some of her earlier work and I got like a crash course into Lauren Hollyland and like
He's too young.
she's so good. It was like, holy, I had seen her in Tiny Pretty Things and some of her recent work, but then she, like I hadn't seen Dumb and Dumber, which is embarrassing to say. And so, I like sat in her house and got to watch it with her. Are you kidding me? That's so cool. Picket Fences, she gave me a crash course into that series. Like, I could go on and on. I love Lauren so much. I'm grateful
Basically,
to her.
sit down and watch my movies. No, I'm joking.
No, it wasn't that at all. It wasn't. No. It was me like asking for it. Yeah, yeah.
Honestly, I love this because I can see how you two elevate one another, and I think that
Hmm.
shows up on screen as you're trying to tear each other down, if you will.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and like it's nice when you're really close with someone off camera, you can almost like go further on
Yeah.
camera and not necessarily worry that one of
Mhm.
us is going to walk away scorned. Like,
Mhm.
we would take care of each other in between takes so that we could really just lay in and rip into each other on camera. And then I
Yeah.
think the chemistry comes across even though it's, not like this. It's this instead. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a trust there. There's a trust
Totally.
there that really does help. Honestly, it's a joy to speak with you both. Low Thy Neighbor is so much fun. I really appreciate the chance to talk with you about it, and I wish you the best with it. Thanks so much.
Thank you so much.
you.
Try to get people to go see it.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
movie.
Absolutely. Have a great, thank you. Thanks so much. Have a great day.
Yeah, thank
too.
you. You too.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.